Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. Hi Pisces, this is your February reading, February for 2025. That's right, January's gone. Here we go again. And I'm really honored, I'm very honored to be able to do your reading, Pisces. And you are the last sign, and you know, it stands to reason that you have so much insight and so much ability to really understand life and people. And well, there's a lot to say for you to this time and this particular month because, well, let me break it down. First and foremost, we have the North Node nodes and South Node that have changed signs. This happened on January 11th, some places January 12th. And the North Node is now officially in your sign, Pisces, and that's going to stay there through, I believe it was July of 2026, so a good 18 months. The South Node is in the sign of Virgo. This is your polar opposition. All series of eclipses have two signs, and they run about 2 weeks apart from each other. And the solar eclipse is the new moon, the lunar eclipse being the full moon. I hope that noise isn't disturbing you. The heater just went on. I'm not actually wearing my coat for the first time in about a week or so inside. It can be a little loud. I apologize. I'll try to speak a little bit louder just for that. And it should shut off pretty quickly. It just did. Thank you, Spirit. So yes, this is a very, very notable, important time for you, Pisces. The North Node indicates our direction we want to go, you know, moving forward with our ideas and our ideals and our creativity and our hearts and love. And when it's in the sign of Pisces, oh my gosh, what a beautiful, beautiful, perfect sign for the North Node to be in at this very present time, with the things going on already in the world as a collective. And then just if anybody has a placement other than the sun, which is why you may be watching, any placement would definitely feel the energy and the vibration of this Piscean energy, perhaps more, many times. This is a general reading, but I speak to you with just some knowledge of my own experiences and what I've been studying throughout the years. And I have a placement of Pisces ascendant, and I'm so grateful because, you know, it's all about cycles when it comes to astrology. And this is a time when you have the North Node in your sign. We had Venus go into your sign on the 2nd of January. It'll stay there for the next 3 days. I'm actually really doing this video on February 1st. So yes, once again, happy February. This will be a notable, remarkable, I think, very, very positive month in so many ways for you, Pisces. And as far as the South Node in Virgo, that's definitely about releasing. Anytime it's the South Node, it's the part of us we want to let go of, you know, we want to purge and release things that are certainly not helping us in any way. They're not, you know, they're not good energy. They're definitely not helping us to be the best selves we can be. And so we know what that is instinctually. Certainly Pisces does, as one of the most intuitive, clairvoyant, and I would say definitely mostly, and other water in particular too, signs, but a lot of Pisces that I've known and continue to meet are very empathic. So they're the water energy, they're the two fish. They can have duality to them. You know, they're a mutable sign. And so they pick up on a lot of energy, and sometimes it's to a fault. So you really have to very, very much protect your energy, Pisces. And I know you can relate to this, especially if you're in the healing arts and, you know, psychic and reading and doing those sort of things, any kind of healing occupation. But the thing is yeah, so North Node, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, they've been in your sign since 2020. Well, actually, Neptune's way before that. Neptune is the outer planet that's a lot longer and slower moving. It stays in a particular sign, usually 14 plus years. And so, yes, we've had that Neptune in your sign for some time now. And then Saturn got in your sign in March, I believe, of 2023. So it still has a good year left. There's going to be a changing of the signs from Pisces to Aries in the Saturn and Neptune planets. That's later in the year. We'll definitely get back and talk way more about that. Huge, huge change. And then it'll come forward in January 2026, and Aries will be in Neptune for about 14 years, and then Saturn for another 18 months, like you've been experiencing. Now, when Saturn is in any sign, there's definitely a feeling of restriction. Saturn is known as the taskmaster that wants to keep us on the straight and narrow, wants us to be seriously minded. Now, in your case, I think predominance being in the 6th house had to do with everyday activities, work, definitely health, and also boundaries. Boundaries. And that is not a word that's synonymous with any Pisces that I've ever known. And so this is where I really feel like a lot of you, and you can always let me know, please do, you really have felt that, and I think it's been actually making you feel really, really happy because you don't want to cause any, friction. You really prefer to just go with the flow and have everything be happy and beautiful. And that's how you prefer to see life. You're Jupiter ruled, okay? And more modernly, I'm told Neptune, but I say you're still a Jupiter ruled sign, which is a very optimistic outlook for the most part. We're human. We're spirits in this human body. So yes, with your energy, in a stellium is what they call 4 more planets, during February and through March, I believe, too, if I'm not mistaken, although then a lot of Aries starts to come through. It's just such a beautiful breath of fresh air. I'm ecstatic about it. I love it for you, Pisces, because you also have a birthday season starting on the 18th of February. Then the sun will be in your sign. And actually today the moon is in your sign. So I woke up knowing that I was going to be doing your reading. You're the last reading, and I'll get this uploaded immediately following. But I just felt this wonderful feeling of love and compassion, and this feeling of wanting to be of service and help and reach out unconditionally. And that's who you are. That is who you are. Now, yes, we have our higher energies and our shadowy sides. All of us do. The shadowy being more of being a victim of things and letting people take advantage of you and not being able to stand up for how you feel. Though I've known many Pisceans that are very, very strong. Physically, a lot of times, as far as they can vary, absolutely. But there's a sense of being more petite and just kind of this look of, like you're in another world. You're just like, you're so mellow and so caring, and people sense that, and they really want to just take on your powerful light, okay? So that can be good and bad, like I said. And it's about knowing that, and you're very, very, very capable of sensing the energy, and like I said, being clairvoyant and all the beautiful things, the magic that you have and the mysteries of life are part of you. So I know I'm rambling here, but all of this is important. What I will say though next is, for those that are new, I'm very grateful that you'd be stopping by my channel. It is growing little by little, and I just appreciate anybody that wants to be a part of it. It means a great deal to me. Also, I have a format that I do. So what I do is, for each reading, I start with a chakra check. And this is Spirit wanting the particular sign, Pisces, to know about that particular chakra for the month of February. It could be because it's a little blocked. It could be that you're feeling restricted in areas somehow. It could also be that you're doing amazing, and Spirit is saying, keep up the good work, but do focus on that. And say meditation, if you do feel a little block, which can help to open and create this beautiful holistic aspect to your body that's going to give you that get up and go and energy, depending on what area it is. And all of them are necessary, and to be open whenever possible. And I always do a meditation, but what's really great is the card has a beautiful mantra that you can take a snapshot of and maybe repeat, and take time when you have the time to just be with yourself. And it's a very predominant aspect of this month as well. It is the month of love, and February is notoriously known for that. Yes, it does involve Valentine's Day, but it's way more than just that. And it's all forms of love. So you don't have to feel bad if you don't have a Valentine. Be your own Valentine. I'm going to be my own Valentine, and my beautiful cat. My cat's going to be my Valentine. And that's good enough for me. So I'm shuffling these under the table, and I will bring it up in just a moment. And then from there, we're going to correlate the crystal that goes with this chakra. And crystals are amazing, and they're very protected. And I know most of you Pisces are familiar and probably carry them in your pockets as well. And then I'm going to put that in this necklace that I have. That's just for that. It holds my my chakra. It came in a little beautiful gift set, and it has one for every single chakra. So for you, I peeked. I just looked. It's crazy. I've been shuffling the whole time, and it's the same one we just had, because that's so important. And this is the third eye chakra. This is about what you revel in, what you actually are very well known for, and that is your psychic abilities and your ability to listen to your intuition and just spot on know, what next move to make, what the next trend may be. Your creativity is off the charts. Your dreams are going to be very, very vivid these 18 months, okay, Pisces? And I like that for you. Right now we're in the season of Aquarius, so that means that the sign is in your 12th house, and that's a place of our subconscious where we, things are hidden, and definitely dreams can be brought forth to unravel and clarify certain aspects that you're working through in the subconscious, to heal you and to make you feel once again, completely holistic. And so let me read to you what it says. I have the necklace already set up, and I'll just read as well the third eye, which is what this is, because this represents the sixth chakra, going from the base chakra upward, right between the eyebrows. I like to tap it and do a little tapping every morning to kind of wake it up. And it says, my intuition connects me to the all-seeing, omnipresent nature of the universe. Divine intelligence flows through me. I am provided profound insights that allow me to navigate life's constant movement with simplicity and ease. And that means so much to you. I mean, I've known so many Pisceans that are very much entrepreneurial. They keep their own time. They're very good at business. They're very, as spiritual as you are, you really have it together in so many ways. So this assumption, I guess, that you are a pushover, and unless it's in the more, shadowy side of you where you just kind of allow that sort of thing as a victimization thing. No. You can hold your own, and you're smart. You generally have your own businesses because you don't want to deal with a lot of the things and people and energies that happen when you're in an environment with a lot of people, right? You're like, no, thank you. Just as soon make it on my own, and that you do very, very well. You also definitely need time to recuperate and re-energize. That was regenerize. That's a brand new word. Let's write that one down. What do you say? Well, it's interesting because being in Aquarius season is really just about that. I'm just, as a joke, but it's about moving forward and starting new things and definitely stepping out of our normal whatever that may be, boxes to where we're going to say, oh, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to do something I haven't done before. I'm going to go a different way to work. I'm going to try a different slice of pizza. I don't know. It could be far, far more than that, of course. Yeah, that's an invitation as well with this Aquarian energy. And with Pluto having moved into Aquarius for the next 20 years. Once again, that'll be in your 12th house. So, man, you might be getting these incredible downloads that can really inspire you and change the trajectory of your life completely. And then, so I'll mention the two other important things before I move on for let me just tell you real quick. The associated crystal for the third eye is the amethyst, my favorite. We got one here. I've got this beautiful one behind this rock that I usually have. I always have one in my pocket when I'm doing my massage therapy as a longtime massage therapist, still functioning and active. And so the words associated are, I'm connected to my inner knowing, which strengthens my healing abilities and insights. It's a fabulous, beautiful color, but it's also very, very strong for protection and for enhancing, like it said, the insights in your gifts. And just, really good stuff. Good juju. Okay, so, oh my goodness. I'm going to put this on the bottom now, and I'm going to be reading a Celtic cross for you for the month of February. I do change up the layouts on occasion, and I definitely change the decks. And this deck is one I've had for a while, but it's called the OK Tarot Simple Deck. And it is the only pink deck that I have. So I thought it'd be great for the festivities. Of course, the gloves and the color representing heart, which is your huge heart, and how we're all going to start really focusing, I think, and our hearts are going to be way more open to giving and sharing and caring and all the wonderful adjectives and verbs that I can, muster up. And so I have shuffled the cards, but I'm going to do just a couple more per request of spirit. I have absolutely blessed the cards, asked for clear and concise messages for everybody involved for the highest good. And I like to do the Celtic cross a little bit different. I lay them out one card at a time. I started doing that a while back in my in-person readings. You can definitely come and see me in person. The link is below at Pure Massage Therapies. I've been doing that for a very long time. Otherwise, I'm trying to arrange it so that you can utilize the scheduling that I have on Pure Massage Therapies to get a video sent to you. I will not be doing Zoom at this time until I have better technology and things happening, particularly with the retrogrades that will still continue on through pretty much April. Okay, speaking of which, so two other important aspects. The moon is important. You feel it. We all feel it. We had the beautiful new moon that happened on the 29th of January, and we have the full moon, and that was in Aquarius. And then we have the full moon, which is the polar opposition of Aquarius, in Leo, happening on February 12th. Powerful, powerful, energy of confidence and strength, and the sun-ruled Leo that wants to be seen and recognized and getting accolades and being complimented and being sociable and friendly and networking and all those things may be just the thing you need from this rather slow Mars retrograde energy that started out the year, Pisces. And I'm sure you can relate. I am an entrepreneur, as I mentioned. I do have my business. It was way slower. And a lot of people weren't feeling 100%. So of course that's good, because I don't want to be catching that. And they're kind and they say, okay, I'm sorry, I can't make this appointment. I'll reschedule and so forth. But on the February 23rd, Mars goes direct in Cancer. So beautiful, beautiful combination for you. That is your sister water sign. Cancer is a cardinal sign, very much about action and movement and dedication and family and love. There's a lot of theme regarding family for you. And lastly, we have, two others. Jupiter's in retrograde. Uranus, the planet of unpredictability and shock and, technology and incredible things of curing and things that get cured, I should say, in all areas of life. And I don't know, just phenomenal things coming through, especially in the Pluto Aquarius age that we are now in. And that went direct after being retrograde since September on the 30th of January. So, wow, we have Jupiter going direct, and that's happening on the 4th when Venus goes into Aries. Now, when Venus goes into Aries, Pisces, that's your second house. That's the second house representing money and value and your body and what you put in your body and exercising and healing and just strengthening. And it's just, I mean, Aries is super, super powerful. That's the fire warrior planet, or sign, ruled by Mars. So, you can imagine and you can visualize and you can manifest that you're going to have a much better financial opportunity or manifestation or gift or inheritance. Something's coming through when Venus visits your second house. Venus is all about love and magic and money and feeling good and sexuality and sensuality and gifts and everything beautiful. It's a beautiful, benevolent planet, as is Jupiter. So yeah, let's go on with the reading now. That's about it, other than, well, how could I forget this? On the 27th of, one day before the last day of the month, because February is only 28 days this year, Pisces got a new moon in your sign, Pisces. Talk about a lot of planets in the sign of Pisces, boy. And I love it. I love it, and I love it for you. It's your time. You're going to shine. You're going to feel just how important you really are, and you're just ecstatic, and I think you're extremely happy and joy-filled, and you're calm, and you're peaceful, and you're all the beautiful things. So the overall energy is the first card that I'll pull for this reading for February for you. And I am extending the reading a little bit because you always have to wait and be the last. Although that's not necessarily true. I could surprise you, but with Uranus going forward, and maybe start you first next month. We'll see. You'll have to come back and see, though, okay? Overall energy for you, beautiful Pisces. 2 of Pentacles. Not the first time this has come in this position. I can't really remember who it was. But this is a balancing thing. This is your earth energy. This is the Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgos. Well, we had the Virgo South Node, as I mentioned, and that's going to be there for a while. And this could be about being very, very diligent about keeping the balance when it comes to spending and saving and, and knowing you can do it. You can see they are very well balanced. There's nothing out of sorts. The Rider-Waite-Smith depiction shows a guy and they're kind of like leaning like this, and just making sure that you're keeping that balance with that for the sake of your well-being, for that rainy day they talk about, just knowing when to spend and when to, hold on to your finances and not necessarily do any kind of risky thing, if at all possible. But with Venus there and then your birthday and all the other things, I think you're going to get some extra luck when it comes to money, and that's what's coming to mind. Also, this could have to do with a partnership. That would be a second form of income or stream coming in. I like it though. It's a positive, okay? Then crossing that, we have the hopes and fears, and you have the 6 of Swords. This is always beautiful. This is a 6. This is actually representing the 6th house, which you represent, and also the Venus. The planet Venus is the 6th, number 6, and represents that. And that is all about, once again, love, balance, compassion, money. And the 6 of Swords is the air element. The swords represent the air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, and that's predominant. As I mentioned, with Pluto in the sign of Aquarius for 20 years now, it just started legitimately last November 19th. And then Jupiter in the sign of Gemini through June, when it then goes into Cancer, which is going to be another phenomenal sextile to you, Pisces. Just gets better and better. And then this is about moving away from difficult things and things just getting easier and smoother sailing, as it were. there's usually a boat and a guide in a boat taking a woman and her child. The child could be your inner child, and, you know, catering to that, loving it, having fun. You're moving away from the harder times. And that's what it's about. And it certainly shows in the astrology. That's for darn sure. So I love that a lot for you as well. The foundation card is next, and you have the Three of Cups. And the cups are, well, they're Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And this is about celebration. 3 is about power. It's in numerology, it's the number of growth and mastery and, you know, working with others. And there's some celebratory kind of energy when it comes to the Three of Cups. Something you're celebrating, and it could be so many different things. The only thing I would say about this is to make sure you're not over-celebrating, you know, and making sure that you're keeping that balance. But as a foundational card, I think it's fantastic because there's pure joy that emits from this card. You're emotionally fulfilled. You are feeling incredibly creative. It doesn't have to lend to love, per se. And those juices are flowing. And that's exactly what you're providing for us as a collective. And there's that spirituality that cannot be overlooked. There's going to be perhaps an awakening. There's going to be so many opportunities, Pisces, to really focus and go inward and be in tune with your intuition, but your spirituality in the North Node position and in the next 18 months. And then from then on, basically, what you receive in the messages can really affect you the rest of your life. It doesn't matter what age. So love your reading so much so far. And most of them have been so upbeat and optimistic because of you. I'm going to give you many of the accolades for that. Then we have your recent past, and you have the Page of Cups. Well, that's a youthful energy, and that is, once again, the cups. So there's that creativity. There's this new idea, this new creative outlet. You know, it could be writing a book, it could be singing, it could be writing a song, anything, and so many things that you find keep you in a place of emotional well-being, and you're actually giving when you create things and you share them with the world and with others. It's a beautiful thing, which you do always anyway, but it's a win-win situation. And so the Page of Cups is the beginning, like I said, something just starting. Maybe it's a messenger when they're the page of the youthful messengers, somebody young around you could be fruitful in making this happen. You may hear about a new child coming into your life. If it's not your own, as a grandparent, great-grandparent, an animal, you know, there's certainly family. There's no denying that. So maybe you know exactly what I'm speaking of. And never losing sight of the inner child in you. And once again, the idea of laughing as much as possible. It's one of the most healing things. I think they have laughing yoga and stuff these days, right? And I can make myself laugh. I love to laugh, but sometimes I laugh because I'm being silly, and then I'm laugh even more. And it's so good for the, you know, what are the stomach muscles and, you know, the core and all that. It's pretty crazy, but what a great way to heal yourself through laughter. Keep that in mind. This is your present position, and you have the 7 of Swords. Okay. This has a couple of different meanings. The first that a lot of people like to mention is deception. And yes, it could be somebody around you that thinks that they're fooling you, but the reality is that in the Rider-Waite-Smith, there is a person that is in broad daylight stealing 5 swords and leaving 2 in plain sight, and, you know, kind of walking away like he's thinking no one's noticing. But the reality is that the card itself is just bright, bright, bright yellow. And I learned from a very professional person named Chris Reck on Minopon that any card that has the yellow in it is actually a really good card. So what I'm taking from that, and what I will carry on to you, is that this may be occurring, but it's not anything you're not aware of. Okay, the only person that they're fooling is themselves. In fact, it could be you thinking that something's going to be a certain way when it really, in fact, isn't. But that's going to change a lot with this North Node. You're going to have that strength and that ability to discern like never before. Your perception and your intuition is absolutely rocking, and it's upgraded and uploaded. It's on. Okay, so I don't even think you're going to be able to fool yourself. Okay, but those are some of the the meanings. And then there is another meaning, and it is that there are different ways to approach a situation. So if you've been troubled about something and you're not getting any help from anyone else, and their advice is really not working, you have to go inside once again, and you have to say, okay, that didn't work. What about this? So it's another perception, another perspective, I should say. And I think it's great. That, in fact, is a positive card in that regard, because you're able to see it, you're being given that guidance, and then all systems go. So I like that a lot, but it could be those things, and just to be aware of it. It's being aware. Everything else here is looking really, really good. So let's move on to the future card, and you have the Eight of Swords. Well, this is the mind, this is the swords. You've got a lot of swords. We are in Aquarius season still. Pluto is it's a tough planet in the sense that it's all about our self-sabotage, our concerns, our fears, our worries. It tends to jeopardize or question our power. And this is the time with Aquarius saying, no, I'm going to do exactly this, that, and the other. It's going to be maybe not really systematic. I wouldn't say Aquarian energy is systematic. It's like, I'm going to come up with an idea and I'm going to go for it. And I don't know what's going to be, I don't know what the blocks may be, or the deception in certain ways I'm seeing it. But regardless, I have the big picture, and I'm a very spiritually inclined person who trusts in the process. That would be you, Pisces. So yeah, the worries are in our mind. They come and go very quickly. Thoughts are very fleeting. We have, I don't even know how many a day. They're uncountable. So remember, when you're feeling this way, or you're feeling restricted in some way, or you're feeling worried or fearful, even if it's not about you or someone else, that doesn't help them either, right? I've learned to understand that. Found out my son isn't doing well. So I just immediately sent him Reiki distant healing energy. I see him as whole and complete. And that's how people heal. And it's a beautiful, beautiful gesture, and it's a simple thing to do. And you actually heal from it as well. It's kind of a win. I mean, it's a side effect, basically, but you get what I'm saying. Just as soon as you start feeling this way, just change your thought process, and all will be well, because it is a very fleeting energy. The Eight is actually about abundance. So change that thought into something that can really be productive and abundant for you. So then we have the stem, and that is the first card that represents your point of view about this reading, about life right now, the focus and what it's on specifically. And for you, Pisceans, you have the Six of Wands. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. This is the victorious card. It represents, on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is the victorious card. It is a man walking down the street with people looking, and they're celebrating and they're applauding him, and he's being recognized, and people are cheering him on and complimenting him and saying, great work. You've worked so hard, and finally getting the recognition. And some people think, oh, that seemed fast, to the outside person that's not really aware of everything that's gone into the efforts and the time and energy, and at long last, it's time. And I am so excited to hear that, because as a Pisces rising, wanting this channel to grow and build a community that I had started, 4 years ago, and had to stop, change my format a little bit. Same me, same spirit, same drive, same passion. So yeah, that excites me. I'm excited about that for sure. So that was over here. This is the stem. That's fantastic. Let's see what the environment energy has to say and how that goes along with this. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Not only are you being recognized, you're going to be getting money for what you do. And when you love what you do, it's like, it's not even work, right? This isn't work to me. This is my absolute passion. It's time consuming, but it's not work, and you're willing to put in that time, and somebody's going to invest in it, or, you know, you're just going to make more money from doing it. And I'm extremely happy. The Ace is the beginning. It's a new start. It's a transformation in your, and I mentioned the second house of Venus being in Aries, which is your second house. So it's coming on, okay? It's all about waiting, and it's about the cycles, and it's that time for you. So congratulations. I hope you can put some aside, do whatever you choose to do with it, and know that you are worthy of every bit of that. And I might, as a side note, say that even in my own situation, money matters, of course. I mean, we have to have that to live. And I've known for myself and many Pisceans, they just believe. They know it's unlimited. There's really no limit to the energy of money. It's whether we're allowing it in or cutting it off, or what our beliefs were growing up. You hear this all the time. If we had a certain, you know, message that was being given to us that wasn't necessarily positive regarding money, we're going to take that along until we figure it out and, you know, do our meditation and do our spiritual work to realize I'm the one holding me back. There's room, there's enough for everybody. There is no limits. And that's really I feel the energy that's really coming through for you. And allowing yourself to be in a wealthier position than you've ever been before, Pisces. Pisces, what the, what was that? Maybe in some Italian town. Maybe you want to go to Italy. I don't know. I'm just teasing. I'm just jumbling over my words, really. But the next one is the position that has to do with hopes and fears. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, Pisces. I told you, it's your turn. The 10 of Cups, the ultimate, the most you can get. Yes, it could be money to your, like, unbelievable, you know, windfalls and things of this nature. Once again, inheritance could very well be part of this. But it's your well-being with your family and your friends, and this feeling that you're really creating in ways you weren't able to before for so many reasons. It doesn't really matter. And that's a hope for you. The fear is that you stop yourself in your tracks by thinking, oh, but am I actually good enough? And will I reach enough people? And putting any kind of a, you know, a doubt in it. That would be, yeah, that would be the fear. And we don't want to do that, okay? We want to keep it open, and we want to be fully trusting. It is a wonderfully positive time for you. So believe it and you will achieve it, okay? And then the outcome card, of course. 2 of Wands. You may have options. This is another 2 card. Where was the other 2 card? Did I see a 2 card? Yeah, the very first one, the 2 of Pentacles, you know, balancing that, partnerships and money perhaps. And then, yeah, an idea and creative idea and endeavor that you want to maybe go in with somebody. And you wouldn't do it unless you felt good and trusted. It's fire, it's ambition, it's motivation. It's the Mars going direct on the 23rd of February. It's your birthday season and the wishes that you can ask for and receive, because you are favored in the time of your solar return. There's just no question about it. It happens to everybody I've ever known and I've seen. And write them out on your new moon in Pisces for yourself, and watch it just all appear, Pisces. And this is fire, like I said. It's Aries and Sagittarius and Leo, and I love fire. And I think a lot of Pisceans are really attracted to fire too, because it's your water and it's fire and it's steaming. It's you know, it's tension, but you don't want to get too much, but it's exciting. It's very, very passionate. And who doesn't like that? So I can't even tell you all the different readings I've done for compatibility and astrology-wise for couples. And yeah, water and fire in my own family and just all over the place. So that's the reading, but man, I'm not finished yet. I do want to finish with an animal spirit guide message for you. I love them very much. The cards are really big, so you can see it. And I read to you what it says, because this is an oracle message, in my opinion. I feel like the spirit guides of the animals are oracles, and they're so incredibly wise and so necessary to complete this planet, and I know so many Pisceans understand that, and I don't know what I would do without my beloved Eclipse that's sitting over there sleeping right now and looking, well, he's the best cat in the world. Sorry. We've already established that, so if you have any beef, let me know. Yeah, he's brought a lot of joy to my life, for sure. So animals, yeah, they matter in all forms, creatures, one and all. We're all in this beautiful, consciousness together. So your message is the dog. Well, I love that right off the bat. And I know what it is. I read it not long ago. Otherwise, these are fairly new. I hadn't brought them out for a couple of years. And there's still, I haven't read, but the dog. So there it is. There's the picture. And what am I seeing on top there? It looks like, oh, laundry. Okay, well, I'm going to set it right in the middle. And let's just show and see how this culminates with the reading. And it's in alphabetical order, so it doesn't take long to find it. But for you, I'm so happy for you, Pisces. I know you have so much love in your heart. I know this is going to be a great month for you. And I'm rooting for you, of course. And as I said, it's so very, very, very deserved. The dog represents friendship, joy, and dependability. I see that as the South Node in Virgo, too. Virgos are very, very reliable and dependable, and they're very structured in all the things that really, are important as far as loyalty and dependability go. Dog is the faithful friend. Dog reminds us of loyalty and the joy of sacrifice for friendship. That sacrifice word is all about you, isn't it? Drawing dog asks us to focus on the people who have actually, in practice, been there in good times and bad. Yeah, it'll be a time that you recognize, and I think you already had with the Saturn and recognizing the people that really they didn't have your best interest in kind of releasing that. The last 18 months of Libra, all about relationships in the South Node. Forget about it. I'm a Libra. Yeah, it happened. And it's good. It's good. I go through my sadness about things and having to say goodbye, but it's always for the best. Okay, so rather than giving love and attention to those who are hard to get, dog asks us to step out of a cycle of trying to win people with a negative return. Rather than spending time on those who ignore or belittle us, dog reminds us to focus on loyalty and attention on true friends. And that's what's going to come your way, Pisces. You are in the North Node position. You will create this and it will flow to you like, I don't even know. It may indicate that it is a time to step up as a dependable friend yourself. Make time to listen to friends and loved ones. Of course you do. Life is short. Is it ever? Let them know why you love them. Dependable, beloved dog teaches us how to accept love and share it. Well, you have this in spades, and I absolutely love that would come out for you, and to remind you to please recognize how important and how worthy you are. Like everybody, even on our worst days, just know, and look at this, you're getting the attention, people are helping you, you're not going to focus on, I think it's people around you, and you're wanting to go and like, oh, how can I help you? How can I take that tension away from you? That's kind, but don't let it reverberate onto you, okay, Pisces? And we'll finish with your manifestation card, okay? It's a saying, and I'll hold it up if you want to use it or snapshot it, because they've been really beautiful. I love all of them. This is a deck by Brendan Burchard. Okay, and I got this a long time ago, but I'm sure they're still available if you're interested. And so your message for my beautiful, beautiful Pisces for the month of February. Wow. Yeah. I've read this once before. The white space of a free day seems unfathomable because we have become hypnotized by a false but compelling need to respond to all the needs of others. Oh my goodness. Who was this before? Was it another water sign? Because all water signs are definitely in the same kind of energy for sure, because you all share that wonderful common foundational aspect. I'll just put that there. But that's you. And just the white space of a free day. Make it happen, Pisces. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for your support. You can like and subscribe and share and help me build this channel, and it's free. And I'll be back for you. I do Monday readings as well, collective. And yeah, my heart to yours. Love you very much. Take good care until next time. Bye for now.